for final comments on this segment of Bearing Drift Live with Virginia Free. Let's go down the mic, and then we'll go to Chris, Merle, and then DJ.
Final comments. Well, really great conversation. We shall see in the coming months where 2020 gets us. We'll see where, I guess the next time we talk, and we should all talk, we'll see. Maybe Joe will pick somebody by then.
Chris?
I would say that if the Republicans want to have a future politically in Virginia, they should actually go out and vote for Joe Biden, because Trump is a cudgel that beats every candidate who tries to run.
Merle?
I'm going to go back quickly to the head of the program today, and that's what can Trump do to turn around the election between now and November 3rd, or when early voting starts, as you pointed out, Chris. I don't think Trump wants to turn it around. I don't think he wants to lose, but I don't think he wants to go back and on where he's staked his flag, if you will. Trump hates losing, and that's fine. He also hates reversing himself and admitting he was wrong, even much, much worse. Trump would rather lose and be right than win. We saw that in 2016. I don't think Trump really expected to win in 2016. Certainly his own staff didn't expect him to win in 2016. By all intents, by all reports, there was not even a transition plan in place with the Trump campaign in 2016. They didn't think they were going to win. And that was fine with Trump. He just wanted to make a point. He wanted to and now I think he's doing the same thing. He's going to make a point. One of those points is he's going to make the point that he was never wrong. He was right about the wall that Mexico was going to pay for. He was right about trade policy with China. He was right about the coronavirus. And he's going to go down to the wire losing. I don't think he's going to drop out. He'll go right down to Election Day, and he'll lose being Trump.
DJ Matt Lynn. Go ahead, DJ.
Two things that we didn't discuss that I think will have an impact. I think the Russian bounty issue will hurt Trump in Virginia more than it will hurt him in the rest of the country. And as soon as Donald Trump puts out a tweet defending the name of the Washington National Football League team, he will push Texas into lean Biden territory.
Matt?
I agree with DJ about the Russia bounty gate. I'm surprised that we've not heard more about that. I've been kind of vocal that we haven't heard more outrage from Virginia Republicans about that, especially here in the 7th Congressional District. John McGuire and Nick Freitas haven't heard really too much about that from them. But I think Biden will probably probably make his pick probably within the next 2 to 3 weeks. And that is going to be really the game on moment where the playing field is officially set, and we'll see what happens.
Lynn? Andrea?
Well, I go back also to Trump and your original question of will he win at this point. And my thoughts on that are anything can happen, because look at 2016, but back in 2016, we had what happened, a couple of weeks before Election Day when the FBI came out and said that they were going to look at emails again for Hillary. So I don't know. I don't want to say it's not going to happen, but at this point, I just read something that was talking about, I think he's got the lowest numbers in something like 30 years or whatever. So that's kind of sucking up the oxygen in the room for me right now. It's just kind of following all that. So
Andrea, then Brian.
Story.
I'm kind of wondering if Trump loses, if he is going to concede or if he is going to try to say that the election was rigged against him. And as a nation, I don't think that we really should have to go through that, nor can we afford it at this point. So if he does lose, I do hope that he is at least big enough to concede.
Brian, final thoughts.
My final thoughts are, today is my son's 10th birthday, so happy birthday, Nick.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And tomorrow is America's 244th birthday, so happy birthday, USA.
Well, that's great. And for those of you playing at home on the board version, today is my oldest daughter's 27th birthday.
Nice.
Birthday.
Happy birthday.
It was,
Yeah,
it's,
that's great.
it's one of her most, even though she got married in December, it's one of her most depressing because neither set of grandparents sent her money in the mail, and she just felt so old. It was the first, she crossed the
I'm too old to get money from a family. now.
says she literally almost broke down in tears when the second envelope was there and there was no money in it. So I'm officially old. Lynn,
Chris,
yeah, Lynn.
weren't you 35 when you got elected delegate?
You're breaking up, Lynn. It's great talking to you all.
Gotcha.
Yep, I was 35, just turned 35 in 2001. Yep, that puts things in real close perspective. And I don't care for you right now. That comment. We only had 3 kids then. Actually, we had 4 on stage, if you remember, Lynn.
I do remember.
The night I was elected, I also announced our 4th child was coming, and my father from the back of the room fired me.
However, you had announced it the night before. Should I say this? When all the volunteers got together, and you actually announced it the night before, because my response to you was, because you had worked so hard, was, when did you have time?
Yeah. Oh, I'm not saying a word to that.
Well, not to divulge too much, but John's a 9/11 baby. We'll leave it there. Thanks
Yeah.
for tuning in. Thanks for true story. You know, came back from a trip to Colorado.
There's going to be coronavirus generation too.
Well, that kid's going off to college this year, Lynn.
That's crazy.
I know.
Our baby's 18 and turning and going to college, and it's going to be an interesting year to say the least. Anyway, the mystery guest that couldn't join us because he has congressional duties today. Congressional duties kept him away, and we're going to keep it a mystery as he considers his next steps, possibly run for governor.
Congressional duties. Thanks
That
for
narrows it down to 2.
And then there were 2.
It narrows it down to a couple, doesn't it?
That's true.
There's a couple.
Oh, the guessing. that
Well,
we'll have
3
amongst
technically.
ourselves
So
is going to be really
4. Okay.
4 actually.
Morgan and Ben.
I guess
Morgan and
4,
Ben.
yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to divulge everything, but in 2 weeks' time, we'll revisit, unless you want to come back sooner than that. But I like the 2 weeks, and we'll, as we get into the election season hot,
And that'll be after the 7th.
we can go to the 7th. What the hell's the 7th?
The 7th of July is the State Board of Elections decision on the ballot issues.
Oh, for the good.
And
Greatest.
yeah, and I think there was a couple more. It
Yeah, I
wasn't
think
just
the PPP polling in that race has it at 2 points. Large undecided there at 16, probably still tips towards good, but there's a lot of undecideds and people are very disaffected with that campaign. Definitely want to take a look out for that one as that tightens up. And the key question is, after the 7th, if good does not make the ballot, does the NRCC throw in money or just call it a loss and Riggleman runs as an independent?
one can only hope.
Cameron Webb, we're trying to schedule Cameron Webb for a Zoom in a couple weeks too. So look forward to that, and maybe we can do a Bearing Drift live with him. That'd be great. Final thoughts? Nothing?
I want to,
July.
since everybody wished their kid a happy birthday, my kid's birthday is July 5th, so.
Happy
Yeah, it's
birthday.
coming.
Birthday.
On Sunday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
All right. Happy birthday, USA.
Happy birthday,
There you
USA.
go.
Y'all be
America.
safe.
Thanks, everybody.
Yep.
The
Bye,
conversation.
everybody.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks.
Thanks.